Guys, the biggest announcement of the year 2022 has been made finally by the Canadian immigration authorities today, and the immigration levels plan for the years 2023 up until 2025 has been released by the Honorable Immigration Minister of Canada. And this particular plan will tell us clearly that what are the approach and what are the strategies that the immigration authorities will follow in the years to come. How is Canada looking at immigration in terms of numbers, quotas, and what kind of expected changes, whether it's going to increase or decrease. They not only discuss on a broader level, but they also go down to the granularity of each program, what to expect in Express Entry or the other related programs, PNPs, whether it's about student immigration or you talk about work permits and everything. So this particular report here, this is the annual report that comes every year. This will tell us everything about what the immigration is planning to do in the course of the next 3 years. So if you want to hear more about this, if you are interested in coming to Canada, if you are a Canadian immigration aspirant, then this will give you many insights. So today's video will be important. Please make sure that you watch till the end. My name is Sahil. Guys, welcome back once again. My name is Sahil and I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I practice in Ontario. My office is here. If you have to get in touch with me, my number is on the screen and the details are there in the description box. More than happy to connect with you. Before we proceed any further, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon because we talk a lot about Canadian immigration. And if you are an aspirant of coming to Canada, then this is the channel that you must be subscribed to all the time. So guys, today's video is extremely important because we are talking and we are discussing about this particular annual report, which is the immigration levels plan. Now, just to give you a brief background of what this is and how important this is, this report basically is filed by the immigration department every year, and they talk about what they did in the past year and the past few years and what are they planning to do in the upcoming 3 years. So in Canada, the immigration plan, the budgeting, the quotas and everything gets aligned for the next 3 years because it's released every year. So they keep on changing the gears every year. So because it's 2022, they have released the plan for 2023, 24 and 2025. So today we will know that what are the initiatives that the Canadian immigration is planning, what is the government thinking about, how many immigrants are they planning to take in, which all categories will have the main focus, whether are they increasing numbers in any of them or are they decreasing numbers. This report has it all. So today's video, we will break it down into 3 parts. First, a quick recap on what they have done so far in the year 2021. Before that, we will also talk about a bit of a history, a bit of a background, and then finally we will give you a broad overview as to what exactly are they planning in the next coming 3 years, what are the quotas going to look like, and at the end, all the number of people that they're going to bring overall into Canada and which program will have how many people, right? So guys, just to give you a brief background, that the Canadian immigration actually started in 1980s. That's when the government actually decided to welcome immigrants. They started off with a number around 90,000, and beyond that, within say about almost 2 decades or more, up until 2015, the Canadian immigration was actually landing about 250 permanent residents every year, right? So 250 to 300,000. So that was the number that they were looking at in the initial few years. That was all started by the Conservative government, but in 2015, when the Liberals, when they came into power, they actually started pushing up the numbers, and it started off with 300,000, then 340, and during COVID also you saw that the number was then touching about 400,000. Finally, this particular year, which is 2022 or rather 2023, the number is amazing. The number that is upcoming, that has come through, is great. We are expecting to land about 465,000 immigrants in 2023. The number is expected to go up to 485,000 in the year 2024 and 500,000. So that's great. So first time ever the governments of Canada have been so aspirational, and the number is huge when in just 1 year 500,000. So if you talk about Indian numbers, 5 lakh people. Okay, so 500,000 is 500,000. So 500,000 immigrants are expected to land in the year 2025. Now this number is not just precise, there are highs and lows to it as well. So in this video we will talk about the highs and the lows, and then we'll also talk about the highs and the lows in each category. But broadly, overall, when you talk about all the programs put together, that's the number that we are looking at in the year 2021. So talking about what they did so far, and how was the year 2021. So the number of 2021 had about 405,999 permanent residents. So it's just one person shorter than 406,000. So the number, the whole chart is here. It's 405,000. So 405,999, and about 191,338 people transitioned from TR to PR. Okay, under various tier to peer pathways, right? So this is great. The temporary residents. So we have a report card on the temporary residents as well. So about a million. So 14,67,333. So that's 1,467,333. Total travel documents were issued to visitors, students, and temporary foreign workers all together, and about 445,776. So 4,45,000 approximately student permits were issued, and about 4,15,000. So 415,000 work permits were issued in the year 2021. Guys, this is the biggest number that we have seen so far with regards to students as well. And there is a whole graph altogether. If you go through this report, there's a complete graph to look at. In terms of citizenships, now citizenships, we are looking at about 221,919 permanent residents became citizens in the year 2021 till 2022. So this is a big number once again, and really hearty congratulations to all of those who made Canada as their new home, including the permanent residents, the citizens, and also the new students and the work permit holders. Great news for them as well. Now, guys, before we go down to the granularity of the 2023 to 25 plan, let's just look at the highs and the lows for once, and then we'll go down to how each program is looking like. Now, with the targets, the projected targets, like I said, 2023 is 465,000, where economic immigration specifically, which is programs like Express Entry, PNP, and then the pilot programs. So within that, they are expecting to land somewhere between 233,000 till 277, 2050, right? So somewhere around that. So 2024 is even higher. They are adding about say 17,000 more people, and then the year after 15,000 more people in each highs and lows. The family reunification is looking at about 100,000 people in 2023. That's the low that I'm talking about, between 118,000 as well. So the next year will be 105,000. The following year will be 107,000 till 135,000. Okay. Refugees is expected to go low. We are looking at about 76,000 new refugees in the coming 2 years. So the number will stay stagnant, but it will start dipping. So 23 is between 77,000 and 109. The following year, which is 2024, they are expecting a fewer number of refugees than 2023. And the following year will be even lesser. So for the year 2025, an average of 72,000 people is what we have. Okay, that's the number that they're looking at. Like I said, total 23 to 2023 average is 465,000, but the highs and lows are 410,000 up until 500,000 again, 505,000. So the high number of 2025, which is very, very good. The low number is 442,500, and the high number is 550,000, which is great, which is more than 500,000. And the average is sitting at 500,000. Now, guys, 500,000 as a number really tells us that Canada is going big guns on immigration. And like my previous video also, I had told you that for Canada, immigration happens to be one of the main pillars, and it is more than a luxury. It is more like a necessity, because the taxpayers, the numbers, the baby boomers, and then the the widespread demographics, the population, and everything is all pointing towards that people in Canada need more immigrants to make it habitable, and taxes and everything. So if you haven't watched that video, I recommend that you go to that video and watch it, because that will tell you that why is the immigrant population so important to Canada. Okay, so that will tell you everything. Now guys, let's just break down the categories also. Beyond the 500,000 number that you're seeing overall, let's just look at how the each program is planned to look at, so that we get to know that if you're in that category, this is the number that you're looking at. Okay, now within the express entries, you're looking at about 82,880 people in 2023. That's an approximate number. Again, 109,020 people in 2024, and then 114,000 people in the year 2025. So that's the number that you're looking at. In the PNP categories by itself, the number is again expected to increase quite a lot. 2023 is expected to sit at about 105,500. So overall, PNPs are sitting at a number higher than express entry. In 2024, again 110,000, and 2025 is going to look at about 117,500. That's great. So PNPs going forward, and like I said a lot of times earlier, PNPs are really promising. The code or the key code to break in getting a PNP is getting a job offer. So you should be decoding the PNP program specifically and then looking at a job offer in that province. If you have that sorted, you do have that PNP settled altogether, right? In terms of parents and grandparents, the number is finally going to increase. Historically, PGP has always been under fire. They changed quite a lot of intakes, lotteries, first come first serve for these 3 years. They haven't even opened it, like they were using the previous lottery applications. We don't know how the year 2023 intake is going to look like, but we definitely know that they're looking to bring in 28,500 people in 2023, then 34,000 in 24, and 36,000 in the year 2025. If you talk about the spousal sponsorships, children, and all of those categories, the partners, then about 80,000 new applicants every year is the number that they're looking at. Like I told you earlier, refugees and the humanitarian grounds are taking a dip. Refugees I've told you already. So humanitarian files, the year 2023 is not so promising. They are looking at inviting about 16,000 people, whereas in the year 2025 the number is going to dip to 8,000. So for all those people who are willing to apply under the humanitarian and compassionate grounds, this is the right time. So the year is 2023. Going forward, the application numbers will dip, and if that is the number, you might get into a quota for the next year. Okay, so plan accordingly. So guys, broadly, these are the highlights of the plan. Like I said, the plan looks really promising. I personally think that Canada, the immigration programs have a lot of potential. If you compare Canadian immigration to all the other potential immigration, the countries as well, like Australia, you look at US, New Zealand, Germany, UK. I personally think that Canada, the immigration programs are much more promising. They have a capacity to convert temporary residents into permanent residents, which I think that, if you're going forward to a new country to study and spend so much money, you obviously want to live in a country where you can become a permanent resident, of course, right? So if that is your course, then for sure Canada is going to be great for you. Now, one more important thing that I wanted to discuss today is that the year 2023 is going to look at a lot of changes upcoming. Okay. Now, the year 2022 made us aware of many changes. Some people were expecting TR to PR pathway, Bill C-19, Motion 44, changes in the NOC system. Oh my God, like so many pieces of information were lying around. So while the year is coming to an end, a lot of dust has settled, and we are now in a proper shape to tell you that what are the major changes that you can expect in the year 2023. So here are the top changes that which we have identified. First, 2022 itself, the NOC system change is coming. It's shifting to the tier based system, which you already know. So November 16th is the date. Mark it, and you will see that new change coming in. The biggest change of 2023 is Bill C-19. The short gist of Bill C-19 is that Canada wants to implement targeted draws. Okay, now under the express entry system, previously it used to be that there was a cutoff and everybody beyond a cutoff was invited for PR. Going forward, once the Bill C-19 is implemented, the change is that instead of inviting everybody, they want to invite targeted groups only. For example, Canadian experience class in specific NOCs invited for PR above a certain cutoff. I'm talking about draws like that. Okay. So what are those draws? What are those buckets going to look like? You will have to wait until spring 2023, and the summer of 2023 will see the actual change coming through. So summer of 2023, you will see Bill C-19 being implemented fully. PGP, we haven't been advised on what are the intakes going to look like. Like, we have the numbers definitely in front of us, but the intake strategy is not clear. For the past 2 years, it has been the lottery based, and then the intake has not even opened. So they were using the first come first serve, the previous ones. The upcoming changes are yet to be disclosed. Once they are, we will let you know. The other thing that is to be implemented by spring 2023 is better transparency. They want to provide better information, a better tracker for people to get real-time updates. They have spent a lot of money. I think the previous number that I can remember was about $85 million. So the number has been allocated and a lot of money has been spent already, and they are transitioning to this new system, which should be live for people to track their applications. If you want to track your existing application, feel free to order a GCMS notes until then. The other thing to note is that Canada, the biggest change would be that Canada is planning to go fully online by the year 2023, exactly by the fall of 2023. So at least they will be transitioning 100% to the citizenship applications and the permanent residencies. Like, they've already done a lot of migration. Most of the applications are now done online as well. They do have paper application provisions, but only for people who can't do it due to certain limitations. But they are majorly recommending everybody to go online, and they are ready to take that transition by fall completely. So fall 2023, you will see everything to be done. Modernizing citizenship applications, once again, they have made those groups of families. So only I think the families applying together are going paper based. The rest, everybody is applying online. So they will be making that change very, very soon. The last but not the least, they have spent a lot of money and they are hiring new resources to reduce the wait times. If you remember, there was a video and an interview that was given by the minister, and a video that I had uploaded, which talked about how many people are they hiring, especially for citizenships and then PRs and everything, and the different strategies that they are using to reduce the wait times. So they are trying their best. They have actually gone normal to the processing times as well. For example, express entries and the PNPs all have gone below the processing time. So they're being dealt with quickly. And in fact, the citizenship applications have also picked up. So they are definitely working on it, and they have done a good job on this. So we are expecting to see some good, changes upcoming in this. Guys, these are broadly the changes which are, which we are looking at. There was a bit of a news that some Motion 44 related changes might also come in next year, but we are still waiting to hear more concrete news on that. Okay. So as soon as any change comes in, we will definitely let you know. Guys, I hope this gave you many insights and looks into what's happening in the world of immigration with regards to Canada. If you want to discuss your case, because this is all spread out, right? So 80 plus immigration programs and everything. So if you want to discuss your situation, that what exactly your program is suitable to, and what is the probability, you can always feel free to schedule a consultation with us. I would be more than happy to look at your case, discuss your personal situation, and probably plan out a strategy to see how can you come to Canada. If you want that kind of a service, do let us know. We would be more than happy to help you out. Once again, we wish you all the best, and we really hope to see you soon in Canada. All the best.